Jerk. Look at him pointing. Who you pointing at, man? Relax. He's so bossy, man. Jackass. What is up, guys? It's me. It's me. It's Gen TV. And today I got for you Medieval Dynasty. You see how I did that? You like that, right? Make sure you hit that like, hit that follow, join the family. We'd love to have you. We also go live on Twitch. Check us out over there. Really appreciate the love. But without further ado, let's talk about this. Okay, so Medieval Dynasty. If you've ever played this game, man, you know that this is a hidden gem. Not a lot of people know about this game or have tried this game, so I definitely feel like everybody should give it a shot, man. Sometimes I know when I first played this, I have a lot of freaking hours in this game, but when I first played this, I was confused. I really had to like sit down and go through, everything and go through it thoroughly to, understand everything to the full capacity, So I didn't have somebody that could help me walk through the first part of the game so I could actually learn how to actually play this game. So I gave up on it quick and ended up coming back to it and learned it and fell in love with this game, man. This game is freaking amazing, man. But anyway, without further ado, let's get into it. So when you first come into the menu set of the game, you got new game, join game, load game, all that good stuff. Um, I don't think there's too much in the settings. Nah, settings are fine the way they are. This is what I recommend for a new player that's just learning how to play this game. Um, this is gonna be a beginner guide part one for somebody who's just now getting into the game and things that I wish I would have known before I started playing the game. So the difference between the Valley and the Oxbow is the Valley is single player. It's the story mode, the original game of Medieval Dynasty. Um, I don't know his name, Resimir. Like they all got crazy names like Dobie Swallow. There's a bunch of different names, right? Geneva. But anyway, you start the game off as Ransomir, who's a guy who has lost his family and all that good stuff. It's a great story. I'm not gonna go through the whole story, but if you do want to play like a story mode type of the game, this is the best way to go. But we're gonna do Oxbow today because I feel like this is the most popular version of the game because who doesn't want to play with their friends if possible, you know? So we're gonna do Oxbow, which is the newer mode of the game. It's multiplayer. The Valley is not multiplayer. It is single player, just straight up story mode, basically. But you can do the same exact things within both. But it's just Valley is more based towards a story mode. Oxbow, you're pretty much free to do whatever you want. It's your own story. It's like a sandbox. Um, so yeah. So we're definitely going to Oxbow. All right, so here's your choices in Oxbow. You can do solo or you can do co-op. And from my understanding, the only difference between these two is solo. When you pause the game actually pauses. If you do co-op, when you pause the game, even if you're playing by yourself, the game continues to go. Like let's say a bear is coming to attack me, and I'm like, oh no, and I want to pause it real quick to be like, okay, what am I gonna do? If you're in co-op, that bear is gonna kill you. If you're in solo, it'll actually pause, and the bear will be standing there like, you know. So it's just whatever preference you choose. Um, but you can always change it in game. Like if you're playing solo and then all of a sudden your friend joins you and you're like, "Oh, I want to play co-op." You can change it. You can change it in the settings. So either way, you're fine. But we're gonna pick solo because I don't have anybody that's gonna join me today. So let's rock it. All right. So you got start game, customize game. This is what I recommend for beginners who have never played this game, never seen this game in their life, and they just want to give it a shot and see what it's all about. I would go custom. I would make the season length to 10 days because 3 days is really, really short. So if you're trying to get something done within a season, you only got 3 days to do it. And that's really, really tough. So I usually bump it up to 10. I take the taxes down to about 20%. Now, taxes are what you pay every year to the king. You can take it down to zero if you want to. You don't pay any taxes at all. But I say at least 20%. That way you can get a good feel. It's not going to kill you too much in your pockets. You'll get a good feel of what you need to do, during tax season. Building limits, I max it out. I know it says down there, oh, the value might be bad or it might lag or something like that. but I've had it at 200% every time I've played. I've never had it lag on me, or I've never had any kind of glitch recently. When the game first came out, yes, but now I never see it happen. Events, they randomly occur after the seasons change. Events are okay to have. I usually take them off because I don't really care about the events. I'm more focused on my community and taking care of my people and my animals and all that kind of stuff, that I don't really worry about the events because they're always like having to help somebody outside of the community for the most part. So this is an important one to check. Remote storage access. You're going to want storage all over the map. So, especially if you're like me and you like to build not just one community, but multiple communities, you're going to want to have storage access through all your communities within one. Because if something happens and if you just leave it like this, you'll only be able to access, I believe, the storages that are close to you, which kind of sucks when you want all the storages connected in one. So, no matter what one you go to, you see all your stuff. Now, unlimited HP, unlimited stamina. If you're a beginner, I would say check these boxes. Definitely. That way you can enjoy the game. You don't have to worry about dying as much. You don't have to worry about losing stamina, not being able to get place to place or whatever you're trying to do. The same thing with hunger and thirst. I would check those two if I'm a first time beginner. That way I don't have to worry about myself, taking care of myself as much, and I can just worry about my community and focus on the game itself. Carrying weight, I check that as well. There's nothing worse than carrying some logs and you carry like 5 logs and all of a sudden you feel like you got a ball and chain on you. When you just want to run around and collect stuff and bring it back home, you know? So I would definitely check that if I'm a beginner. Now we're down to the food needs. These are the people that are within your community. So your people within your community, they're gonna need fire, they're gonna need water, they're gonna need food to take care of themselves. So what I usually do is I bust it down too. So if all the inhabitants, I bust it down to 30%. That way it still feels like a real like their needs are real, but it doesn't kill you. So you don't focus your whole gameplay on having to get food, water, and wood. You can't explore. You can't see what you can build. You can't, your focus is like, "Oh, I gotta get food, water, and food. You know what I'm saying? You get to do it. Like it's a factor, but it doesn't time consume you. Another thing is there's bandits in the game as well. So the bandits HP, like I said, I usually take everything down about 2 notches. That way it still feels real, but it's not consuming you. Same thing with the animals. Same thing with the damage. I take everything down a mark. So this is poisoning. If unchecked, you will not be able to get poisoned. If you get poisoned by eating rotten food or toxic types of mushrooms, that's how you get poisoned. So I mean, if left unchecked, you will not be able to get poisoned. So I'll leave that up to you if you want to check it or not. I wouldn't. If I'm a first person beginning this game and I've never played this before, I wouldn't check this and I wouldn't check temperature. So temperature means you're gonna get cold or you're gonna get hot at certain times of the year. So that means you have to have extra clothing. That way you can switch clothes, to fit whatever temperature it is at that time. So if it's wintertime, you'll have a coat, jacket, all that good stuff. You'll be able to switch. Fast crafting, we're gonna check that, and we're gonna check fast building. Basically, fast crafting means like if you're making, let's say we got a bunch of logs and we want to make some planks. It's only gonna do the motion one time. You get all the planks you need instead of having to sit there and go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Making the planks. You just do one swipe, you get all the planks you need. Same thing with building. So on the building wise, instead of sitting there hammering at one building for whatever 20 seconds or whatever, you just go boom 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 each wall and you build it up really fast. So I always check those. Now here's another thing. There's XP multipliers, technology multipliers. Those two right here, that is what you need to progress further into the game. Like you need your XP and your technology and stuff that you can buy, like schemes and stuff, which I'll break down once we get into the game. But what I would do if I was a beginner, since it would be my first time playing and I want to get the feel for the game, I would max them out. You want to max this all the way out to 100 to 1,000. That way you can go ahead and unlock all the technologies and gain the XP as fast as possible. So you can get to, building your community as fast as you can. Now, if you want to take your time and go slow and get technology really slow and get XP really slow, you can modify that, turn it down, turn it up, however you want to. But if it's my first time playing it, I want to go ahead and just max it out. That way I can get the feel for it fast. And then I can start a new world and do it how I want to. You understand? Like, that's basically what I was saying. Clothes and armor durability, I would turn that down to nothing so you don't have to worry about that. And I would turn this down to 0 as well. That way your tools never break, your weapons never break, and your armor and clothes never break. Dynasty reputation is the same thing as clothes and technology. I would boost that all the way up. Your dynasty reputation is used amongst the world. It helps you recruit people. It helps you, you get stuff from solving quests, and your dynasty reputation is basically your rep within the world, the map. So stop drop items from spoiling, storage interior. So storage interior, every house that you build, there's a chest within inside the house. So basically, if you leave it checked, more decorations will appear in the storage buildings proportionally the amount of items stored in their chest. So basically, the chests that are in each house that you build will have a certain amount of storage, whether it's food or anything like that. So I would just keep it checked because it doesn't hurt you or help you really. It doesn't really play a factor too bad. So yeah, so that's all the customizations that I would do if I was a beginner at the game. This would give me like a good idea to know, what's going on. And you might can turn the events on if you want to, just to have a little check. It doesn't hurt you if you don't do them. It helps you if you do them, but it doesn't hurt you if you don't do them. Um, and like I said, you can also turn taxes down to nothing. You can even make the inhabitants. You could push this down to nothing if you wanted to. Then you wouldn't even have to worry about villagers' food or anything like that. But to me, that kind of feels a little unrealistic. As well as the damage and the HP, you can move this down to 0 to where bandits don't hurt you at all. But like I said, I feel like that's a little unrealistic. It's a little too unrealistic. So this would be the settings that I would set if, this was my first time playing the game. All right, so let's get into. All right, so now we're good with that. We're going to start the game, baby.
Captain! A moment, sir. The horses will need to rest soon.
There are more trees around than I'd like, but the dusk is near. Let's make camp.
Yes, sir. Hold! We are not going today!
Round them up. The biggest profit the guild ever made. They must be filthy rich.
Or, stupid.
And rather desperate.
They giggle like children while we freeze. I can barely feel my...
you fell out of your cage, little birdie. Oh, is your wing broken? Poor little thing. I hope it doesn't hurt. Try not to die, birdie. You got a message to Chirp. Take half of the worst, torch the rest. I might have a buyer for him. Let him see my offer. Burns in the sky.
Alright, so this is the starting page. This is where you get to create your character. You either get to make a female or a male, or you can do like I like to do. And sometimes I'll take like this female or this female. Let me see. Probably this one. And then I just go over, change it to a male. So you get those features, but you get them as a male. So it's kind of cool. Alright, so complexion, we'll make them like that. Voice.
I need some food.
I need some food. Alright, we'll give him that. Let's see. We don't want him looking too grumpy, right? Let's see what his nose. Doesn't really make a difference. Mouth, we'll go there. Ears. We'll go here. Let's see, eye color. Yeah, that's good. I'll leave the heterochromia alone. Sometimes I do the heterochromia, but not this time. We'll give him number 3. We'll give it 70. Freckles. Let's go with this one. A little bit more intensity. All right there. I like the scar over the eye. It's pretty dope. Intensity. Cut it down to about there. All right. The base color of the hair. I'm going to go with like a darker brown. Let's see. All right there. I like the ponytail, but if you do have the DLC, they got some new hair like that. You can get this kind of hair. We might rock with this one. I haven't rocked this hair yet, so we might do this hair. Let's make it. I'm gonna go like that maybe, or like that. Okay. You can always change this within the game, so you don't have to keep this haircut the whole time if you don't want to. Oh, we definitely giving him a beard. Yeah. Let's make his beard a little bit lighter to match his hair. About like, let's see. I guess like about like that, yeah. Let's see what other hairs they got. Yeah, we just want the regular beard. There we go. Alright, there's our guy. It's looking pretty good. Alright, let's accept. What are we going to change his name to? How about Jiro? Yeah, just straight up Jiro. Let's go. And accept. Alright, so when you spawn into the game, new quest. This is the room that you spawn into. You can always sleep here too throughout your gameplay. Like whenever you get tired, if you're not near your base home, you can always come right here and go to sleep. You can't just sleep in anybody's house. You can't do that. So you either sleep right here or you sleep at a house that you built for yourself. Or your community. You can sleep in your community houses as well. But you can't go into somebody like here. Like you can't run into somebody's house and just, you know, whatever. So tip number 1. Check this out. This is probably the best tip ever in the whole game. Here's a book that tells you exactly how to play the game. It tells you about settings, quests, building, management, family, survival, player, everything that you need to know about this game. There's a manual right here that will tell you exactly what to do. Water, health, stamina, temperature, overload, all this stuff. Dirtiness, skills, dying close. So really, if you have a question about anything in this game, there's your book of knowledge that will tell you everything that you need to know. Oh my gosh. So when you first spawn into the world, you want to come over here and talk to Sadoan. I'm just telling you now, I'm going to butcher everybody's name in this game. So I don't need to hear in the comments, whose name is Sadoan? It's Sadawan. Or whatever. I don't read these. You can read these if you want to. It's just part of the story. It's kind of cool. But I don't really pay attention to it too much. But if you want to, you definitely can. Alright, so now that we've talked to him, there is a scroll on this table. Now we pick up the scroll, and as you see, we get a list of things to do. So there's another little trick that some people don't know, and they'll just start gathering these materials. But if you come over here to this chest over here, open it up, you get 3 logs, 10 sticks, and 20 straw. So let's go ahead and take all that. Now, it says you have to gather 10 stones. So on the 10 stones part, you don't have no choice but to pick up 10 stones. So once you pick up 10 stones, which are just laying randomly all over the place, you can continue with the quest. But be careful, because sometimes I mess up and I'll be trying to get the stone and I'll accidentally steal a wheel. And if you get caught stealing, they take away your dynasty points. So you don't want to steal unless you know for sure you can't get caught. Now you can steal as long as you don't get caught. But if you get caught, they're going to take away your dynasty points, which makes it harder for you to recruit people for your community and do other certain things within the world. Alright, so let's craft. So we need to craft a knife. We need to craft a torch. Right here. And we need to craft a wooden spear, which is right here. Alright, so we've done all those things. So, they want us to skin the chicken, which is over here. Let's skin it up. Nice. Then they want us to go to the fireplace and cook the chicken. Now you have to come over to this building to use the fireplace over here. Now you might could use it in his house, but I'm not sure. I've never tried it. I've always just come to this one. So I know for sure you can cook it right here. But you might can go and just go into his house and cook it as well. I'm not 100% sure. Alright. So now they want us to... Let me see. Not that. Okay, I don't have stuff lined up in my inventory yet. So let's go to tools and let's put the wooden spear in there. We got the stone knife. Okay. So now we're going to equip the wooden spear, which is right here. There's a target right there that they want you to hit. So we're going to hold this and go. I hit it. Nah, that score is awful. I barely got it. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. Let's try it again. I can't do it like that now. Oops. All right, let's try again. I keep hitting down to go to inventory. I don't know why, but all right, let's try it one more time. That was horrible. All right, so we're up and throw. Oh man, I almost killed him. Way better score. Wow, almost in the middle. So yeah, you do that and then boom, you're good to go. We got to talk to Sadoan. If you look up at the top of your screen, you'll see a map, like a little compass, and it'll help you get to wherever quest you need to get
My
to.
favorite patient is back.
Yeah. Yada, yada. Alright, clean slate. Let's go. Let me see if you come back here to where you got the chest with all the stuff in it. Oh, it's still empty. Okay, we'll come back to that in a little bit. So let's go talk to the king.
We all make mistakes.
And see, the king is over here. So this is the guy that you'll pay taxes to every year. Where the hell is he at? Oh, he must be up top. Okay, he's up top. No, maybe not. Did he juke me? He did. Alright, here he is. He's an asshole, too. This guy's a jerk. Look at him pointing. Who you pointing at, man? Relax. He's so bossy, man. Jackass. Anyway, so that's him. And then there's another guy over here. His name is Darwin. And he's cool. I like Darwin. So he's right here. What's up, man? Yeah. You basically can. I mean, if you want to read this, you can, but you basically can just skip through this. Like I said, any of these conversations really, except for when you start courting, which is a whole other game, that's when you will have to read what you're answering to. But those, you don't really have to. Alright, so what do we have now? It says, keep up. Whenever you see up in the top right corner, it says, keep an eye on the situation in Oxbow. That's when you know you're free to go. You can, after that, you've pretty much finished the tutorial. You're done. You can pretty much go anywhere in the world that you want to go. Yo, thank you guys so much for tuning in to part 1 of this starter guide. I appreciate you guys so much. If you like the guide, make sure you hit that like, hit that subscribe, join the family. Check us out on Twitch. Until next time, my friends, be easy.